There's about 1,000,000 things to do, and I'm only one person. It's so overwhelming. Hey! Oh, you're not Carl. Sorry, I shouldn't assume. Maybe you go by Carl. You're just not the Carl I was waiting for. We're supposed to be investigating a power drain down here. People have been reporting brownouts for a while, and Mass finally decided to follow up on it. I can't be in two places at once, and Carl isn't here. So I'm just trying to look inconspicuous. Co-worker of mine on this assignment with me, clearly not taking it seriously. Not really surprising. Most folks are fine with ignoring what goes on down here. We're trying to isolate a power drain, which looks like it's the result of a large amount of power being rerouted through various subsystems. But it's kind of a two-person job. Someone needs to find the junction boxes associated with those subsystems and power them down. The other person needs to monitor the system remotely. It's pretty simple, really, and relatively safe. Only a small chance of electrocution. Well, since you're here and Carl isn't, and I really want to get this solved, I will take you up on that. What I need isn't very technical. I can talk you through it remotely. I'm gonna head to the monitoring station. The first box we're looking for is over near UC Surplus. You know, Antonio's place. I can contact you once you get there.
Hello.
Hey, can you hear me? I think this is working. I only have a general view of things, but you should be near the first junction box. Look for it mounted on the wall. When you find it, that's it. Great job. So that tripped the secondary breaker, and that goes to... Oh, wow, really? They wired it like that? Jeez, okay. Okay, got it. Next one is way down past Jake's, and maybe up a story or two? It's a bit of a hike. Sorry.
I'm telling you, Bianchi, something's wrong with the boots you sold me. I wear them to the metro. Suddenly, the shuttle runs late. I buy a cup of coffee, and the barista screws up my order. It's like I'm walking under ladders with a broken mirror in my pocket. And the only time it happens is when I'm wearing your boots.
So, what do you want me to do about it?
I want a damn refund.
Fine, fine. I'll take the boots back. Just don't tell anyone you bought them from here.
Signed up for a test pilot program just the other day. I'm not gonna end up like these lifers and well
again with
rats.
these boots.
No way. Not me. Jake's is a good place to meet contacts. It's got the right amount of booze and the right amount of schmooze. I'm working on it. Taking the UC Vanguard exams. Saving up for my own ship. You know how it works. It's just taking a little longer than I expected. Damn, hotshot. What are you doing down here, then? This is the last place I'd be. You want food? Go to K's. You want an attitude? Try Jake's. You want to feel empty inside? Get your bags and move in. Seriously, though, this place is half doom and all gloom, which is precisely why I'm leaving. Only because they're all a bunch of quitters whose only goal is to make it to the weekend. I got plans. I got ambition. All I need is a shot. Uh-huh.
Personally, I think daylight's overrated. Ugh, right. The boots. I hate to admit it, but she has a point. She's the third customer to return the pair, all for the same reason. The boots might really be cursed. I thought about it once, but then I thought better of it. Best not to tempt fate. And besides, they're not my size. and risk releasing whatever's inside them? I've seen enough horror vids to know how this goes. Like most of my supply from one of my UC contacts. But after the second customer returned the boots, I got curious and did some digging. Turns out they were seized from a House of Arun ship. That alone is enough to convince me something's amiss. I don't doubt it. Either way, it's bad for business. Hey, you're a pilot, right? Maybe you can do me a favor. I've heard of a UC station at the far end of the galaxy called the Den. You go there and stash these boots in a crate, and I'll give you credits as a compensation. Believe it or not, I actually tried that. And do you know what happened? Some UC pilot picked up the cargo and somehow it found its way back to my store. No, I wanted the boots gone. But I also want to know exactly where they are. Finally, someone to give these blasted boots the boot, if you pardon the expression. Here, I'll have your credits for you when the job is done.
Junction Box. This section isn't used very much these days, so maybe a little harder to see. That's the one. Next one's not too far. Dead end. Right down from Jake. See, right under that apartment they've been trying to sell. Good luck with that, right? traveling with a criminal.
You should be near the next junction box. And if those squatters never cleared out, I would suggest avoiding eye contact. That should be fine. Another switch flipped, another lead to follow. And the lights in here just flickered too. The wiring is worse than I thought. I'm going to work on fixing that little issue while you find the next junction box. Looks like it's over near the Trade Authority. Okay, just find that and, maybe don't talk to anyone about it just yet. Okay, the final box I need you to deal with should be right around there. Unfortunately, I just realized you're in for a real tangle of cabling. Like 200 years of fill-in depths to rewire things. I tried to fix it 3 years back and was crying by the second day. Gave up on the third. Wow, you got it. Really well done. You saved me like a week of work. Why didn't you meet me at the monitoring station, near where we met?
Scan any promising leads?
Please excuse me. I'm just passing through. I think your scanner's broken, buddy. Are you kidding? Everyone has. That's a fair point. I guess it doesn't. Well.
I used to be an actuary.
Did I say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself. Maybe in the short term, but overall it paid off. Thanks to your help, I was able to trace the power drain. I know where it's coming from. Unfortunately, the source is exactly where I was afraid it was. The Trade Authority. So that's something that I'll need to deal with. That'll be fun. If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't complain, but if not, then this is where we part ways. So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is intimidating. I have to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just make sure this doesn't go badly? I don't know. I feel like I'm the one who's going to wind up in trouble. Zoe's got a way of twisting things. Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well, anything. can do this.
This is murder! You're on your own!
UC security! I've got special orders.
This was pretty low on the list of things I wanted to do today.
Maybe if I try easy sleep tea, although it probably has caffeine.
Sounds like a bad idea to me.
Leave me alone, please. Get out of my face. There's no way. I can't I hope it's a fine. Okay, I give up. No need to.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere?
You know I went to chef school? This ain't exactly where I saw myself.
A visit from Mast. How delightful.
Excuse me.
You'll have to remind me of your name, dear. I'm afraid I can't keep track of all you little worker drones.
I'm Louisa Reyez. Well, you know that, because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes, of course you are. And what was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
We traced the drain, checked the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay, I can do this. Okay, just be ready for anything. I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what.
Don't worry. Whatever happens, we're prepared to handle the situation.
I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay? Okay, you're probably right. Just need to breathe.
Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you, I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I'd do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not
Better think about what you're taking.
for a while, and I've been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though,
Wait, what?
oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyez in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyez. With Mast's access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw
I'm
this
quite
going.
eager to learn what you find
For
out
the
there.
moment,
But
let's
that
assume this is
necessitates
all it
be
is.
my guest.
I can sort out the details with Zoe. So why
As
don't
I
you go
said,
investigate the
I have been
next
aware of the issues with the power grid for a while now. I've been taking notes, and Miss Reyez will be able to verify their authenticity. But really, do you honestly believe I'd go to this effort if I were somehow responsible? Oh, I'm not. I thought I made that clear. Someone evidently decided it was a good idea to try and frame me for whatever is going on. I would very much like to know who that is, and why they thought they could get away with it. I admit I'm also quite curious to know what they're up to. Aren't you?
Always good to see another badge.
Hey there. You should be getting close.
Hello? Is this functional? I insist that you provide updates for any suspicious activity. Is that clear?
That's it, thanks. Let's just take a look here. Okay, you're going to want to head for box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics.
You can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level.
Zoe, I know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A, okay?
I appreciate that you've listened to reason. The junction box should be just nearby. We'll have this solved in short order. Adequately done. Miss Reyez and I have both noted that the next node in this trace is not on any of the current diagrams.
She means it's not in the well. It's somewhere on the surface. Which technically means it's not my responsibility.
However,
We agree that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll plot the diagrams with you.
Miss Reyez is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs, but I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going
Hey, you should be getting close. Looks like it's somewhere near Athena Tower. Zoe says there's a junction box on the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that. Well, that's unexpected.
I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well.
Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections.
Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. Can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's
There
somewhere
must
over
be
there.
something they don't
Yeah,
want
that
us to
would make
find.
sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of the upper floors. I bet it's related. See if you can get up there.
man. My girl is gonna kill me.
Have you got the data? So you tracked it down. You've got something to show for it? Great. I'll get this back to Mass for analysis. I'm not stupid. I know Zoe probably made you an offer. I appreciate that you didn't take it. And I'm really glad we got to work together on this.
The Trade Authority has You won't find a better selection. If you need anything else, you know where to find us.
Welcome. There's a lot of work that needs to be done in the well. A lot of people in need. We don't exactly pass around an offering plate, if that's what you're asking. But we do run mostly on donations. And as you might have guessed from the surroundings, we try and stretch those donations as far as we can. We started as an intellectual movement built around atheism. As our numbers increased, we began focusing on humanitarian efforts and showing what humanity can achieve when we work together. Perfect. It just so happens there's a task I need help with right now. Indeed. Sometimes it just works out that way. People with mutual interests seek each other out, and by working together, we achieve something greater than ourselves. As for the job, I need you to pick up a man named Tahir over at the medbay. He's recovering from some injuries and needs assistance getting back to his apartment. I'd like you to pick him up, grab a bite to eat, and take him home. In one of the poorer districts, near where the children play soccer. Take him that far and he should be fine. Tahir is prideful, and I don't want him to feel like you held his hand. You just nudged him in the right direction. That's a touchy subject. Tahir's had several run-ins with UC security, including tagging, theft, and brawls. He also blames the UC for the conditions in the well, not to mention his own personal difficulties. And since he won't accept help from the authorities, the house is stepping in to provide some aid. I'm afraid not. Even after you're healed, it takes time to recover from something like this. Most people have family and friends to lean on, but Tahir has no one. On top of that, he's a young and prideful man, so he won't accept help from UC security. Great, you'll find him over at the medbay. He's probably hungry, so after you pick him up, escort him over to Kay's. She should have a meal ready for him to take home. And thanks.
Alright, Vala. You coming or not? This is the last time I am going to offer.
I don't need your help. I can walk home on my own.
Suit yourself. But if you get lost or end up in a cell, don't blame me. I tried to help. You don't need to wear your helmet on this planet.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to know where the soccer nets are? My apartment's in the same area. I got a bad case of the brain fog, and I can't seem to remember which way to go. UC security offered, but I refused. Their help is the reason I'm hurt in the first place. I was arrested a while back for tagging. One of the officers roughed me up pretty bad, and I haven't been the same since. Really. Is this some sort of scam? I'll have you know, I got no creds. Andy Singh. Well, if I'm gonna owe anyone, I'd rather it be the house than the UC. All right, you win. Seeing as I got no one else, might as well roll the dice with a stranger. So, go on, lead the way.
You know what? Stay as long as you like. And don't be a stranger. I've got it right here. Is this for you to hear?
Well, I don't have any credits, so...
Then you're good. I already talked to Andy, and this one's on the house.
Thanks, Kay.
You're welcome, kid. It's just good to see you alive and well. You know, there was a time when you'd be in here every night.
Things change, Kay.
I know. Believe me, I know. And I get it's hard to come out here, but just... don't be a stranger, okay?
I'm sorry. I'll try not to.
Good. I'm glad we got that sorted. Here's the soup. Be careful, it's a little hot.
No shortage of hungry mouths to feed around here. Keep us on our toes.
Ah, here we are. Home sweet home. At the end of the day, home is home, even if it's a bad one. But thanks for the help. I probably would have found it on my own, but it would have been a chore. Oh, right, the soup from Kay's. Man, it's been a long time since I had a warm meal. You might say that. Before I got hurt, I used to stop by Kay's every night for a soup and a sandwich. It didn't matter how bad my day was, or how empty my pockets were. As long as I had my food and my beer, I'd be good. All that weight would just wash away. And to be honest, I haven't felt that feeling in ages. Until now. So, you doing this for me, it means a lot. Thanks. Thanks. I didn't know what to make of you at first. Not often you can trust a stranger down here. I'm glad I did.